We are doing our Tuesday edition of Mark and Nicole and
Yes.
Synergy CBD Labs. And
Mhm.
we're having our monthly or weekly meeting that we have
Mhm.
about all of our crap that we
Yeah.
have to do with running
It's
the
a stuff.
business. But we end up talking about life, and we end up talking about how
Everything.
things work and how things
Mhm.
work in business and how things work in relationships. And the thing that Nicole and I were just talking about was, if you have a service heart and you're
Mhm.
looking for ways to help others, you're always going to have something to do in life.
You're always going to have something to do in life.
And one thing leads to another thing. And the more it seems like we help people, the more opportunities we have to make money.
Mhm.
And we get more resources. And, we're not always necessarily, making the money, but that's a component of what needs to happen for the people around us.
Neat.
And they're making money. And we're showing
Mhm.
people, here's how we develop a positive ecosphere to make money and help others, and it works.
Just,
So
yeah.
if we're constantly about that, um, we don't worry.
No, we don't worry.
And
I
I'm
I
going
think
in
it's really good
to
for us.
get my kidney transplant,
Mhm.
and my wife is my donor.
Is it
Which,
official?
crazy, yes,
Yes. Yes.
but we're going to need to have a caregiver that comes and lives with us for a month.
Okay.
And my wife was worried about who's going to do it, who's going to do it. And I get a call from a bonus son of mine who I rode motorcycles with, and he's a police officer. And he's like, "Big Papa, I got you. I'm taking a month off work. I'm going to come over there. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to take care of you guys." And he's been like a son to me, for the last 20 years.
Oh my
And
God, that's amazing.
right. And, the funny thing is, my wife was really worried about it, but I was never worried about it. I
No,
knew in our circle,
because
would
people
somebody
just love
come and take
you.
care of us?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
somebody would come and take care of us. And
Absolutely.
I knew someone would.
Well,
And,
so is it scheduled yet?
well, it's in the hands of the surgeons now.
Okay.
So they have to decide what the timing is and whatever, and get us scheduled. But we are going, forward.
I'm
And
so excited for you.
yes, I'm going to have a lot more energy and be able to do a lot more stuff.
Mhm.
And that's going to be really good when the time comes.
That's
So
amazing. I'm
I,
so
I will
excited
be a
for
more
you.
productive member of the Synergy CBD system,
You
and
already are very,
not
very
make
productive.
Nicole do all the work and just take all the
No,
credit myself for
no,
everything
not at
that's going on.
all.
Because that's really what I do, is
No.
let Nicole do everything, and then I just take all the credit.
No,
So
he like points me into every positive right direction. Like if I need to know where to go, he's like, here, X, Y, and Z. Like you absolutely, you're like, you just know right off the bat. I love it. I love it. It's awesome.
we got our banking taken care of,
We did get the banking taken care of.
and we are working on the website, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
neat things are happening with that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I definitely, and I never ever tell you what to do,
Right.
ever.
Right.
However, I make suggestions of what we should do.
Yes.
And at this stage of the way, and this is more for the benefit of the listener who
Mm-hmm.
is listening to our podcast and looking at us build this business, the marketing effort is essential to build that social media up. But
Right.
at the same time, we want to monetize what's
Yeah.
going on with the social media. So
Mm-hmm.
our to-do list for October,
It's insane. It's
well,
insane.
it needs to include setting up Amazon.
Yes, because now
sales.
that we have the new EIN number, there's that, there's whatnot that we're doing. And we're trying to get because we're waiting for the rest of the banking stuff so that we can get the Square set up so that we have that stuff to directly deposit into the bank as our go in between third party person that we're going to work with so that we could get the Amazon, the whatnot, and TikTok shop all up.
TikTok shop. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to hear you
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, so we've got
TikTok
those
shop.
three. Yeah, now that we have the EIN, we're moving. That's why I like the banking. I'm like, we've got to get all this banking stuff, but it's a matter of once the account is actually open, which I'm hoping will be hopefully finally by the end of this week and stuff, if not early next week, then that's when we'll switch Square over to the other so that we can have Kim link all that together on the website so that all the funds go into the business account and stuff. So yeah, it's a process definitely with the CBD, but now that all that we've got all that, that's exactly what I want to do is those three because we need the new EIN and we need to make sure that we have the bank account stuff so that when people can actually purchase from us. So I'm very excited about this.
And
that is
those three things are going to
Mhm.
allow us to monetize our content creation.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Mm-hmm.
Whatnot shop is going to be an educational format. The
Mm-hmm.
TikTok shop is going to be a fun way to promote what we're doing.
Well, yeah, that and
And
like
then the
doing it in
Amazon
different ways,
ends
like
up being
also informational and stuff for just people who just don't know about it, like in a fun sort of way and stuff like that. It's going to be
absolutely, and they
great
get to
because
learn
yeah,
exactly what's going on. And
yeah,
that's really where the marketing is headed. And a lot of people don't understand this, but it's many videos and they see the TikTok, people are dancing around and blah, blah, blah. It has to do with education.
yes,
And, you know, if you're looking at real estate or mortgages or what should I do with my 401k or what about CBD or what should I do with exercise, all of these mini video opportunities allow people to learn more and more and more and then act on that knowledge and
yeah,
be able
exactly.
so when Nicole tells you about a CBN and how it helps your sleep or whatever, you can learn about it and then you can order the CBN and try it yourself.
Right. Well, and
And
actually tons of people do that now. Like, and it's just the clientele doing everything. It's been really, really great so far. Being able to just even slowly promote those and have people reaching out. That's why I can't wait till this banking mess is done because then finally they can just go online and then it's being sent directly to us. We can do it that way and stuff instead of being like, okay, like let me get back to X, Y, and Z. How can I meet up with you? Like it just makes it a lot easier once
oh, absolutely,
the
absolutely.
banking thing. But I am seriously so excited about it it's just finalizing this up. Oh, and I had a great meeting with Kim. If anybody wants to, like within the industry that really needs to not only have knowledge about cannabis, but work with a great banker, Kim is your girl. She's amazing. What is her last name?
Carter.
Carter. She is absolutely amazing. She is actually one of the first people, her and her old business partner were the first ones in Colorado to start putting together and offering these programs to people like us to even open up accounts. And they were running it and doing everything. And we went to pretty much have like the interview process. What was that, last week? And an amazing woman. She was so sweet. I really enjoyed her and just all the knowledge she had. It was a lot of fun. Just kind of
When you combine somebody that really knows what they're doing
right.
and they have a customer service heart and they
Mm-hmm.
care, then you've got a great combination. And the other thing I was going to tell, when you and I were talking about, karma earlier,
Yeah.
it's, you have to care about what's going on. But the other quote that I was working with a business the other day, and I talked to him about, whether or not this new business venture that they were doing is going to be successful or not.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of guessing around. The quote that I've heard several years ago always rings true to me whenever I'm starting a new business or whenever I'm counseling somebody. I say, look for a puzzle. If you're solving a problem,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have a productive business.
Yes. Yes.
Because if you're solving a problem, people need that with a customer service heart
Mm-hmm.
and enthusiasm and passion. You're going to be doing it better than everybody else. But if there's no problem to solve, you're not going to have a business. So as we work on things at Synergy CBD, we're solving problems. If people want relief,
yes,
from anxiety,
and they want to know who they're gonna work with. That's why I did a huge shout out to Kim, because I've worked with bankers through Relax and CBD.
Let me tell you something. Our team
nightmare.
is so good.
So good. They're
and a lot of people don't realize, we're building our team as we go.
Yeah.
And we're drafting these players as they come on. And we've got Kim that does our websites for very reasonable charges.
Yes.
Sammy,
that Kim. We've got that Kim.
Sammy is doing
Carter,
all of the
Sammy.
overlay graphics for all of the advertising.
Which,
And
by the way, her pricing, she shared it with us. It's beyond reasonable. She is.
Well, actually, let me show. I'm going to show a war room that I was working on with her. I'm going to show it to some of our listeners. But I said, hey, look, why don't you freshen up my Mark Hope Show logo?
By the way, I love your new logo, the one she just put up. That one, the last one was really good. This one, I think it's absolutely adorable. Perfect. That is so you. The way it looks, she did so good on it.
Well, and the feeling behind our logo on the Mark Hope Show is helping others, and we're coaching and we're helping people with their finances and different things like that on the Mark Hope Show. Well,
and this is the same girl who did this right here. Here's my Vanna White again. Synergy CBD Lab. She's amazing.
So she took my old logo, and I don't know if we've got an old Mark Hope Show logo. She was doing this one, but I said,
"Hey, this new one, do you see how she just keeps evolving?
Well, our mascot is the baby elephant underneath the mama elephant, and we're always protecting the little elephants, and they move in a circle to protect the younger ones, and then the younger ones grow and protect the other ones, and that's what we do. And so she's encapsulating our philosophy of the elephants in the Mark Hope Show logo, so that everybody remembers it's about taking care of the little ones. And so talented
and sweet. Yes. So sweet. Yeah, I really adore her. She's great.
And I've got our little thing screwed up here. Okay.
All right. She's genuinely amazing. She's a sweet
But those are the type of people that we attract.
Right.
And absolutely. They are such professionals out in the real world. And then it's like Stephanie Revem. She is a mover and a shaker in corporate America, but she wants to have a raise in pay to where she can
more
take
freedom.
Care of her little kids and have her own business. So she works with us to build her lily pad, parachute,
Right. And
and
she's killing it.
just
She's so amazing.
just working for someone else is
Mhm.
never going to build wealth like
No.
owning your own thing.
Right.
You have to do both in the beginning.
Mhm.
Take that income, use it as a steam shovel to build
Mhm.
yourself a little raft that you can float away and have a better life.
Right.
And she's doing that, and we attract the brightest folks in the mainstream that have a passion for something else.
Yeah. And that like everybody's just they're bright, they're happy, they're I mean completely brilliant in what they do. They're knowledgeable. It's been amazing just kind of coming together as a group and like I can't say enough good things about the people that we've worked with so far to build this together. Like me and you, Michelle in the kitchen, just like how you said, Sammy, both Kims, the one for the media and the bank. I mean, you've got Stephanie, and it's all of our sponsors that like we've worked with. It's been really awesome. I love it.
It's amazing, and
Mhm.
it just keeps growing and getting
Going.
better.
Mhm.
And we only have one rule: positivity only. That's it.
Well,
If
yeah.
you're toxic or you're negative, you can't be in our camp. And it doesn't mean that we don't love you. We
No,
just want to love you over there.
but you also can't really be working within the CBD thing and being like crotchety because that just those two don't work together. Then you're
Well,
not taking your CBD.
and again, Nicole and I are the mama elephant.
Yeah, there you go.
And everybody that starts with us is here,
Yeah,
and we all grow together, and
and
then
they
they
go
get to be
there.
big. That's why it's so important to
It's just important
demand
to be a good
the
person.
people are positive.
Right. And give them like I like not only like give them help and advice, give them good products, give them something that's cost effective. Like it's just the whole thing all around is meant for good to do good. So that's what we love.
And that's doing well by doing good.
Good.
We're making
Right.
money doing good things, and so should everyone else.
Yes.
I had
I
some guy on Facebook told me as I was blocking him,
oh.
that I didn't need to act like the final boss and that I was in charge of everybody. And you know what? I do. I have a lot of activity on Facebook, and I have 6,000 followers and 5,000 friends, and it caps out. And I get a lot of content movement. Same thing on LinkedIn. I have 15,000 people on LinkedIn.
I know.
And
I know. I thought I had a lot and I have
I
like
don't
5,000.
I don't
You're
allow negativity,
more. No, you
and I
can't.
call them. And
Hmm.
everyone that's on my channels knows that. And then sometimes they get their feathers ruffled, where if they want to say something negative, I don't let them. And you know what? I don't care.
Well, but like you can't really get your feathers ruffled. Like there's nothing to get that mad at somebody about really ever, I don't think.
Well, the post that I'm talking about was a guy holding up a sign that says, "We can disagree and still be friends."
Okay.
And this guy said, "Nope." And I said, "See you later."
Oh,
Because
no, you
I
can
know what he was
definitely
trying to
disagree and
say,
still be
and
friends.
maybe there's some oddball thing where you don't want to agree with some crazy thing, but as a rule, I mean, try to get along is the
Please.
message that was being put out there. And if you want to start, causing problems, I don't need you.
It's just really weird though. Like why somebody would be like, nope. Like why would you want
Because
to?
they want to start an argument.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm like, are you that
what if they're
bored
for
in your
something
day?
terrible and you have to agree? Well, that's not what we're talking about. And of course, we're not agreeing with somebody who wants, to set every city in the nation on fire or whatever. And of course, we don't want to.
Oh,
but
But
we're not
like,
talking about that.
yeah,
And no one's talking about that,
right.
you know? And my dad, bless his heart, he's like dead 20 years ago, 23 years
Oh,
ago.
gosh.
But he always told me, be in the middle.
Yeah.
He
Be
always told me,
Switzerland.
be in the middle.
Mhm.
Be a little bit, you know, don't be all the way here and don't be all the way here. And that turns out to be great advice.
Well, you don't have to be so extreme. You can have some views, but like where people are like, no, it's black or white. No, everything's gray.
No. And you
Everything's
know what else?
gray.
There's a thing that says you die twice. And I always like to tell people about this. You die twice. You die once a physical death.
Mm-hmm.
And then you die a second time the last time somebody says your name.
Okay.
Until then, this world is sending vibes to the other side where you are. And whether
Mm-hmm.
that's positive or negative, that's on you.
Yes.
But if
I
somebody's
agree.
saying something about Bob Hope, my dad, who was a great man who died 20 years ago, he's
Mm-hmm.
getting a little benefit of that positivity that's going
Hey,
that way. And
I
if
guess
you're
I
an
never
asshole,
looked at a good
if
place.
you're an asshole to everyone, and every time they bring up your name, they're like, "Oh, that guy,
Oh, that
he
guy.
stole money from me, or he was terrible, or he didn't want to help anybody." Those vibes are coming that way too.
Absolutely.
So be careful. You know, you reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I absolutely agree.
And so when we're all at that big poker table in the sky, if you want to keep getting chips and everything, be good. Be good to people so that, you know, when they bring up your name, you say, you know, that Nicole and Mark, they were, you know,
So nice.
they were a couple of weirdos, but they were so
They're good with
nice.
that.
And they
Yeah.
really helped people and they really did care about people. And they made a lot of mistakes and they didn't know what they were doing a lot of times. But, you know, they were really helping people.
And they took us on the road with them to show them like step by step what's going on. Yeah, it's a process.
And that's what we need people to remember about us is, you know, this crazy hippie girl and this old guy got together. They built this thing that was really cool. And, you know, we got to be a part of it. They invited us all to be a part of it. And, you know, life is good, you know, and it's short. It's a short journey, you know?
Yeah, it really is. Like, even I was just talking about that too, that this calendar year has just flown by. I got something from my aunt last week that said it was like 100 days till Christmas. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it's literally around like the corner. It's the end of the year. And so, yeah, but you really don't have a lot of time.
And our job, and as I get older, I get to kind of speak from the other side of being older.
Mm-hmm.
I get to tell people, man, every day that you get up, figure out what you can do and do that thing. Don't, you know, like I'm going through this kidney thing and I can't jump on my motorcycle and go 500 miles if I want to right now.
So bad.
But I will.
You will.
Until then,
car for your wife.
Until then, I'm going to be enjoying what I can do every single day that I can.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I'm going to jump on a call with you. I'm going to try and figure out these puzzles that we're doing. And, you know, it's every day is important.
And giving back by doing your little poker stuff, raising money for things. You're killing it, guy.
If anybody remembers anything about me as they listen to, if you try and help somebody else, you'll have a better life.
Yes.
And I don't, you know, it's so true. If you go down to the hospital and read to these little kids in the hospital or go to a nursing home and then, you know, tell a story about something in your life to the people in the nursing home, that's important.
Yes.
And you'll have something to do and they get to have something. Everybody wins.
Well, and I think it also brings you back down to reality because a lot of times people want to believe that things like that aren't a thing or that even they're invincible. And you have to realize that, like, you almost, at least I do and stuff, I picture myself in their shoes, how I would feel. Would I want somebody there to do it? Would I like any of that other stuff? And it's, you do. And even something as basic as one of my girlfriends, I am actually helping her next week. Her grandmother is in memory care and is just, depressed there and stuff, not very happy, wants to feel
Yeah.
pretty. What am I going to do? I'm going to go there and I'm going to doll up her grandmother for her so that
There
she
you go.
feels pretty. Like,
There you
why
go.
not? Yeah, I think it's great. Last time, I mean, it is a memory care place. They kept forgetting that they kept coming up saying hi, but I loved it. I had so many highs. It was great. It was an amazing experience. So of course, yeah, I'll go doll her up and make her feel good about herself.
Well, and
You
the
just
other thing,
do nice
about that
things.
is there, but the grace of God go I,
Yeah.
because we're going to end up there. And like
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks ago, I had a really heavy duty memory thing myself as far as getting dizzy. And it's like,
Mhm.
wow, I'm coming out of this, but what happens when you don't?
Yeah.
You just
Hmm.
better figure out what you're going to do.
No, I'm seriously so excited for you to get your stuff done, for
Yeah.
your health. It's even more exciting to know this is most likely all going to be done before the holidays so that you guys can enjoy the holidays finally healthy. Like, it's amazing. It really genuinely is. I'm really excited.
It,
So,
it's unbelievable. I mean,
mhm.
I mean, my whole thing is, I had the diabetes really bad, and before I got the bariatric surgery, they said, okay, well, you're gonna die from this because we can't stop it or whatever. And then the guys at the bariatric surgery saved my life there and back that off. And now here we are fixing my kidneys. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm going to fall overboard and they're going to save me, but I appreciate it and I'd
It's
love
because
it.
you're
And,
such
and
a
I'm,
great guy. That's why.
well, I'm grateful. I am that. I am grateful for everything. And just think, I wouldn't have been able to have this experience with you
I know.
and do the
I
things that we're
know.
doing if I would have checked out before.
Mhm.
And then that's the other thing, not only
And you're
do for
too
other
young
people,
too.
but always cheer for yourself. Always
Oh,
believe.
yeah.
You're a
Always.
cancer survivor and you could tell them the same way. Never, ever give
No,
up on yourself. I'm going to
no.
get better. It's going to be better. And until they're lowering me in the grave, I'm going to say, I'm going to get better tomorrow.
Yeah, like you have to. You can't give up on yourself. Like, you are your biggest cheerleader. I actually tell my daughters because, they're kind of at that age where they're being influenced by different things, and I don't want them to feel bad about themselves or do anything. And so one of the things that I learned, where it teaches different parts of your brain, start small. Instead of, say, you brush your teeth every day with your right hand, actually use your left hand because it's using a different part of your brain and stuff. Tell yourself when you're in the mirror doing that a minimum of 10 times, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're a hard worker. Like, give yourself those compliments because everybody around you won't necessarily give it to you, and you're going to start taking in all their stuff, thinking those same things about yourself when they're not true. So find a couple things every single morning, even if you're repeating them for like a week, and then like you start slowly learning other things and stuff. It's just a step to
Amazing.
the
Amazing.
positivity. Yeah,
It's
like, don't
amazing. And I was telling somebody
do
the other
things like
day,
that.
my girls are fighting something that they're doing right now. And it's a very difficult thing that they're doing. And instead of tell them what to do or
Mhm.
how to do it, the people that they're working with are not giving them the feedback that they really should, in my opinion. And
Right.
they're not appreciating what they're doing.
Mhm.
So my reaction is to make sure and reach out to my girls and say,
Mhm.
you're strong, you're tough, I
You're
appreciate
amazing.
you. And
Yeah.
be that counterbalance when the
You
world is saying
have
you're
to.
not good enough or I don't appreciate you. Be that counterbalance in people's lives and say, you're awesome.
Right.
You
Right.
are good. You are a fighter. If I needed somebody to fight for me, I would
Could
want
be
it to
your
be you.
daughters.
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
And if you can be that for somebody else,
Right.
they need that, like you said,
Hmm.
because there's people around them that aren't.
Yeah, that like bring
So,
him down. And like you've just got to like tell yourself and like really truly realize it yourself that no, like what other people say, they don't live the life in your body. They're not doing the things that you're doing. Don't let somebody bring you down.
well, not only do you teach them to advocate for themselves and their own mental health and self-concept, but you show them how to do it by doing it to them.
Well, and
And then they can
not
do it for them.
right. And then it also helps teach them not to judge other people. It helps them that like it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what, you know, class you're in. It doesn't matter any of that, that everybody's very, very different. And just to coexist and be a good person, like uplift the people around you. And it
You
will
know,
actually
high
help make a
school is
better place.
so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you look back on it and remember there was a lot of bullying that goes on in high school.
Yes. Yes.
I was bullied quite a bit when I was in high school. We were on the wrong side of the tracks and, we weren't, you know,
That was me as well.
well
Mhm.
off,
Mhm.
and there's quite a bit of stuff that went on. I see these people today and, they're just regular people. I'm
Yeah.
sure they wish that they didn't bully some of the other people coming up
Mhm.
because maybe they didn't turn out so great and they had
Right.
every advantage.
Every advantage.
And the
Or
ones that
those
didn't,
people could be their boss now, the ones that they
it
bullied.
happens. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Um, but when you end up on the other side of it, you should have a tendency to just forgive as much as you can.
Right.
And it's so important to, try and forgive those people in your life that weren't so great so we can move on.
Well,
And
but also like it was given to you by the universe for a reason. What was the lesson from it? What was the blessing from it? Like everything I'm absolutely convinced happens for a reason. So if it's something
and
that
I
was
grew up
taught, it's
poor
there to make you.
after being rich. My parents
Oh, I
belonged
didn't
to
know
the
that.
country club and everything, and then my dad was a drinker, and we
Okay.
lost everything. When I was in 5th grade, we lost everything. We went from being
Really?
really
I
rich,
didn't know that.
really rich, and then we moved to the other side of town, and we were really poor.
Oh,
And
wow.
I think it helped me end up working because I had to work.
Right, right.
Or if I went through that other life, maybe I wouldn't have. I would have had some other benefits, but maybe I wouldn't have really learned you have to work or
Yeah.
else you're not going to get anything.
Mhm.
And,
And you could
that was
still do your
beneficial.
dreams. Yeah.
That was beneficial for me.
Mhm.
And I think I appreciate everything in my life a lot more than I
Mhm.
did
Yep.
before. But the other thing is, you try not to hold those other people down because you're
No.
only going to be an arm's length away from them, however far you
Mhm.
hold them down. Let them
Yep.
go, let them, sink, and so you can
Yeah.
rise,
Right.
and that's what we're doing on this show and in our company. We're lifting people up. We're doing the synergy thing. Everybody that comes around us hopefully is better
Positive. Yeah, it
than they
makes
would have
us
been by
better. It makes
themselves.
them better. Yeah, I think it's been really, really not only productive, but just I don't know, it's been great for everybody around. Everybody's super positive and happy. It's been
Oh,
amazing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nicole, this is our church.
Yes.
You and I have our church. And you know what I'm telling you something? Everybody is welcome
Yes.
in our
In the
Synergy
church.
network. And I don't care who you are that you're listening to this broadcast, this podcast. I don't care if you think you should belong to the Synergy network, you
Mhm.
reach out to us. we will help you
Absolutely.
in
Come on
some
in.
way. We will help
Yes,
you. You want your own
absolutely.
business, and we'll hook you up with somebody that'll buy a hot dog cart. You can run it. And you know, you want to sell some CBD products, go ahead. You want to
Right.
start a booth rental, you know, beauty salon, we'll help you do it. Whatever it is, we have resources that we share for anyone, and everyone's welcome. That's the
Yes.
thing about us, right?
Everybody's welcome. It's a
Somebody's
matter
thinking, oh,
of
they don't mean me. Oh, we mean you. If you're watching, look at me in the
yeah.
eye.
No, like
It's you.
everybody is welcome.
We're trying to help
Um,
you.
Yes. Like we're not trying to do this for ourselves. We're trying to sit there and do this to like just bring everybody together for real huge positive outcomes for
But
everybody. It's
the more we help people, the more
amazing.
resources we get.
Yes.
And
That's
Nicole,
exactly what
I
it
can't
is.
believe all the stuff that happens and goes our way.
No,
You
it's
know, it's just like having this show.
amazing.
You know, all the hardware and all of the software and everything that goes into
Yeah, this
producing the show,
show's pretty cool. So yeah,
it just
it's impressive.
goes into our lap. And we got Sammy in the background making us look really professional. And
Yes,
then that's going to get
she
better. And we
does.
got Dion, the producer, who's going to be doing some things for us later on. And we've got all these, you know, interviews lined up and this other
Yeah.
stuff that's going on. It's going to be a good year.
Very excited. Yeah,
Yeah.
and everybody's watching us do it from the beginning, like, and that we're, you know, really the ups and downs, and we're taking care of all that for you so that you just kind of walk into everything.
Well, and hopefully everybody realizes, you know, it ain't easy, but it's
No.
worth it. And all you have to do is just not give up.
Right. There,
'Cause-
you have to have a lot of patience and not give up because there's a lot of time on. I think I have a couple different songs, like the ones that when you're waiting on a phone call, like the background music. I've got
I
a
know.
couple that I'm like, oh gosh, do I have to listen to it again?
I know. And Nicole, I got to tell you, as your business partner, I appreciate you so
Oh my
much.
God, of course.
Because I know the trials that you're going through on some
Oh, yeah.
different aspects of what we're doing. And
But
I
we're
can
learning,
tell
we're
that I'll
growing.
tell the whole world that, you know, one thing about Nicole is that she does not give up.
No, I
And
can't.
she's out there fighting the fight for us.
Yes.
And you know, we're going to get there.
Well, and this
We might
because
get
I
there late,
truly
we'll get
believe
there.
in it. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's because I truly believe in the product. I truly believe in the business plan, like everything. And it's just like how you said, eventually, like get there, and we're working hard and doing stuff. I absolutely believe that that's exactly what's going to happen. So I don't worry. Like we're learning.
Speaking of business, right before we wrap this up,
Yeah.
we need to do that CRM.
Yes. So speaking of that, so I had talked to them. That is the what was it called? FUB.
Follow up boss.
Yeah, follow up boss. Yeah. So I just FUB. So that being said, that was only a 2-week trial, and it's $69 a person a month. But talking with the owner, which by the way, if anybody out there is in real estate, it is a great one. The owner of the company, you actually physically talk to him. His wife puts on all the classes. Like it is actually like a really great program. But yeah, he said that they cater more towards like real estate and everything else. So I didn't know if you wanted to, because we could still use it if you want, if you wanted to try something different like HubSpot. Which is another one that I saw that was rated really high. If anybody has any pointers, that's our next little mounds that we get to go over. So what are your thoughts on it?
I want to collect the information, segregate it out, and then use the drip email campaign. That's my big thing.
You want to be able, so your big thing is to do drip email campaign.
But let's look at the HubSpot, and then let's you and I meet later this week.
No, I'll absolutely, because that's what I started doing and stuff earlier today before getting on the phone with the banks.
All right.
So I will get back with you on that, sir.
Well, that's our 30 minutes.
Yep. You guys have a wonderful week.
I love you.
Love you. Bye, sir. Enjoy.
Have a good one, everybody. Reach out to us if you need any help.
Yep. Bye.